Hi everybody, and welcome to the Tree of Life Astrology and Tarot. My name is Debbie Cassidy, and I am here to give you your forecast for the week beginning November 14th. Huge day, the 14th. That is our full super moon in Taurus. Hallelujah. Especially after all these energies that we have been experiencing over the last few weeks. This is kind of a culmination, a turning point. A new chapter, I guess is what you could call it. And what a fabulous moon to have in our favor. Full moon in Taurus means it's exalted in Taurus. It's very happy to be in Taurus, which is very much a fixed sign. And what this is going to do for us is not only bring about a culmination or an ending, or where there's endings, there's usually beginnings. It's also going to give us more of a steady, stable type of energy, something we dearly need right now. It's going to create a little more stability for us. Taurus being a very fixed sign, doesn't like a whole lot of change, very fixed in the way things they do, and of course that's where they earn their reputation as being stubborn. But with the full moon in Taurus, you'll be able to not only find your stability, but it's also a great time to start exploring your creative outlets. Anything creative would be good for you during a full moon, and it'll help you enhance that. You're also going to find stability in your values, your love life, and your financial sector. What great news could that possibly be? And the really neat thing about this particular full moon, as we call a supermoon, I believe this is the third supermoon that we have seen this year, is it's going to be the largest appearing moon in the sky in the last 47 years, if you can believe that. So what does that mean? That means it's going to be that much more intense. That's going to create that much more stability. It's going to enhance your love life. It's going to create more focus on your finances. It's going to be a breath of fresh air. It'll be nice to just get our 2 feet back on the ground, especially after everything that has happened. So that is something we can all look forward to. You can expect some of these aspects or you can feel some of these aspects at least a couple days before and a couple days after this full supermoon on the 14th of November. Meanwhile, we have had some planets doing some moving around, which is shifting a whole lot of energies for us. And the first one I want to talk about is Mars moving from Capricorn into Aquarius. Mars has moved from all that structure, business, governmental rule type sign, and is now moving into a more freer sign in Aquarius. It's all about the brotherhood, the sisterhood, finding unity. It's the humanitarian sign. It's about looking to the future. Something we all desperately need to do right now as a collective consciousness is realize that we need to step back from all this craziness that's been going on and look at the big picture. And if you're not willing to do that, you're going to get left behind. You're going to feel stuck. But while we're in this 6-week stint with Mars being in Aquarius, you will find that there's going to be a mind shift for all of us as a collective. It's going to be a little freer. We're going to feel a little more adventurous. We may want to travel. We definitely want to be closer to each other. I think we're going to start to see a more unifying type energy coming towards us. And that's a positive thing we all need right now. The other big move was Venus, our planet of love and beauty and financing, moved into Capricorn as of November 11th. This is the planet of love, beauty, purity, prosperity, and it's doing great in the sign of a structured sign like Capricorn. So it's all about getting ahead in our business and our personal goals. And that will be there for a little while, and then be moving right on into Aquarius. That's a whole nother story, which will happen probably by my next video as we get towards the ending part of November, right around Thanksgiving. Another little planet that did a move was Mercury. That lovely, chatty, curious little planet moved into Sagittarius. Sagittarius is about looking at the big picture. Lo and behold, just in time too, just after all this craziness that we just went through with our election. So it's about meeting the big picture And again, it's all about adventure, travel, not worrying so much about the little details, and enjoying the everyday things that we have in life. Again, it's all about seeing the big picture. So you're going to find that as a collective, we're all going to start to feel a little freer as we start to get to that ending part of the zodiac. If you look at the astrological sign or the chart, you will see that all the planets are all kind of all bunched up on one side of the chart. So that's where all of our energies are sitting. And finally, we're getting past that structured part of Capricorn, except for Pluto, which is going to be hanging out there for quite a while now. And we're starting to get into some freer, what can I say, more mind-opening type signs, like Sagittarius and Aquarius. So, awesome. That's really good for us. Our sun is in Scorpio at least until the 22nd, and then that deep inner self, those inner truths, those inner fears that we have all been dealing with for the last 3 or 4 weeks will start to fade away as our sun starts to move into Sagittarius on the 22nd of November. This is a good thing. This is a happy place for it to be, and we will also again start to feel a sense of relief. So slowly but surely, as Uranus and Saturn start to separate from each other and the planets start to move away, this super intense energy that we have been feeling and seeing throughout our society is going to subside, finally. But it ain't over yet, folks. It's not over yet. Currently, or going to be, November 18th, Mercury is going to square Neptune. Mercury, our curious, logistical, like logical type of planet, is moving into dreams and imagination when it squares Neptune. So what does this mean? It means let's pay real close attention to what we're saying and what we're thinking. We are kind of dealing with a little bit of disillusionment or illusionment, however you want to look at it. Neptune is also starting to slow down a little bit, and it's about to go direct. But before it goes direct, it will kind of be sitting in a stationary spot, and we've got Mercury getting ready to cross all that. So we're dealing with all kinds of illusion and beliefs, and we're kind of at a point where we're not sure where we're going or what we're doing. But this is a temporary aspect, and this is going to move through here pretty quickly. So if you find yourself just kind of feeling a little lost, that might be why. As it starts to cross over Neptune, which is still sitting over here dealing with us having to slow down, dealing with what our beliefs are. We've had pretty much a big shakeup when it comes to our beliefs, just in the recent past. So it's a little quieter, not quite as tense over these last couple of weeks as we start to get out of this super intense energy that we're seeing with Uranus. But believe me, election day was just about the breaking point where we saw that, and I explained that in my post-election video. But we can relax a little bit, which is good. Just don't believe everything you hear and say right now, especially when it comes to your media, because there's going to be all kinds of crap flying around. I hate to tell you. Be true to yourself. Keep true to yourself and your own beliefs, and you will find that things are going to start to work themselves out. What else can we discuss? Besides the fact it's another beautiful day here in Washington. It's a little chilly. Got the scarf and the jacket on today. But I wanted to discuss a little bit what we can expect going into 2017. As you know, with Pluto in Capricorn, we are still in a major shift, a major deep transformation. It's all about tearing apart the old so that we can bring in the new. And my best advice to all of you guys is to embrace that. Don't fight it, embrace it. If there is some particular dream or wish that you have been chasing, this is your window, this is your time to make it happen. To the best of your ability. And who cares what other people think? Who cares whether it's off the beaten path or not? If it's a passion of yours and it's something you absolutely love to do, this is your window, this is your time to start chasing that dream. So on that note, I find myself breathing deeply lately as we were recuperating from our post-election blues or downturn or shock, whatever you want to call it. This was all spelled out in the planets. Saw this coming. Just remember that it's not the end of the world, and we have so many things to look forward to. All I can say is we are getting over that really hard hump that we just ran into. And from here on, as we start to get more of an Aquarian type of influence, we're moving from the age of Pisces into Aquarius, and we're getting closer and closer to that. Just gives me a sense of relief and a feeling that we are truly currently sitting in a revolution. We are in a revolution. We're feeling it right now. You're seeing it in the streets, people out protesting, voicing their opinions. Is this not like a repeat of what we saw back in the 60s? We're seeing it right now. So we have to embrace that and know that when we get done tearing all this stuff down over the next 8 years, yes, we have 8 years of this to go through yet, we're going to come out so much better than where we were before. And you have to believe that. And I'm here to tell you, as an astrologer and a spiritual guide myself, I am here to tell you it is in our future. It is in the planets are telling us, the universe is telling us that we are about to step up into a much higher, better plane than where we came from. It's just going to mean a lot of change to get there. So relax. Okay, that is the end of this forecast for November 14th. I encourage all of you to go to my website and hook up with www.treeoflifeastro.com if you need a personal reading, if there's a certain question that you need answered, or you would just like to know what's going on for you over the next few months. By all means, drop me a line, leave me your birth date, and I will get back to you. A 15-minute reading will run you $25, and a 30-minute reading will run you $50. And I will be announcing soon when I can give you a yearly reading, and I will be posting that on my website here really soon. So do me a favor, get this message out. We as a collective consciousness become more conscious of what's going on in our universe up there. And hit like, share, and subscribe, and get this video out. And promise I will get back to you next week with some more new messages on what you can expect for the last week of November. Love you guys. Thank you very much for all your great comments, and keep subscribing, hitting like, and share, and we will talk to you soon. Lots of love and light, and namaste.